Hi everybody. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I'm Sandy Sandler, the creator of the Bowdabra Bow Makers. And I'm just going to click on here so I can see your comments. Whoops, let's go back here. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining me. And, oh, here we are. Now I'm seeing it. I'm never that good at getting set up to begin with, but now we've got everything set up and I'll be able to see all your comments. And I want to wish everybody a very happy new year. I hope you had a great New Year celebration. Mine was really quiet, but I liked it that way. It was by design. So I'm going to start now with a fun Valentine's Day project that's super easy. Oh, and I also want to let you know that we are going to be giving, I had for the last 2 weeks, I've been telling everybody that we're going to give away a free Bowdabra to somebody that either watched the live or the replays. And so we do have a winner of the Bowdabra, and we'll be announcing that towards the end of the show. We're also going to be giving away a free roll of our Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon, and I'm going to use this in a bow today. So let's get started. I'm going to take my Bowdabra bow wire and I'm going to cut a piece. And hi, Becky and Pamela. Hi. Happy New Year, Pamela. Thank you guys. And I've noticed that some of you have shared, and I want to thank you so much for sharing. So what we're going to do here is I have this cute little, just from the craft store, dollar store, you can get these cute little treat bags. And I have, these are again from the dollar store. They're just little peanut butter chocolate hearts. We'll just put those in here. And so we have Barbara from Alabama and Kimberly from Louisiana and Carol from Pennsylvania. Very cool. And so now I'm going, and just for those of you who don't know, I am Sandy Sandler and I'm the creator of the Bowdabra. So just so that you can see here, I already put my wire into my Bowdabra. And then I took my treats, and this is kind of a trick. You just take your treat bag and lay that down into my mini Bowdabra. Then I have my ribbons already cut. We're just going to lay these in here, and I've already dovetailed the ends. I kind of cheated on this one. And we have Laura from Maryland and Junie from Illinois. And Tessa is helping me film today, so everybody say hi to Tessa, and she'll let me know if there's a comment that I missed, because I'm making the bow so I can't always see. And we have Kathy from West Virginia. I love this. We've got people from all over the country. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a loopy bow. I'm just going to twist this, and we're just going to make a few little loops. And let's just, whoopsie daisy, twist that, scrunch everything in, fold it back over, twist it, and then I'm going to make the little loop in the middle. I call it a floral loop, but a lot of people call it a button loop. I'm going to take my wand, scrunch everything down, and take my Bowdabra bow wire, pull it through the slip knot while it's still in the Bowdabra. I'm going to pull it really tight, pull it out, separate the ends. Hi, Bob from Cleveland. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and Kathy from Maine. And we're going to just tie a little bow here, and let's loop. Oh, and I'm going to just cut this piece a little bit right there. Okay, and we'll our loop and fluff out our loop. And for those of you who are just joining us, I am Sandy, the creator of the Bowdabra, and I'm going to be doing a lot of the Monday lives coming up. And you can see you have this adorable little treat bag that literally costs you about $1.50 to make, because you can use scraps of ribbon. So I hope you guys like this, and I'm going to put it aside. And we have Ferry from Virginia, and Gigi from Southern California. Very cool. And we have somebody from Huntington, Pennsylvania, but I missed it. So anyway, let's go on. And what I'm going to do today too is be using some of our Bowdabra ribbons. And what's cool about these ribbons is they come in all different colors. So you can choose the colors that you want. This is just such a beautiful pale blue that I love. So I'm going to take some of my silver bow wire for this project. And I'm just going to cut a piece that I can fold. It's long enough to fold it in half and lay it down into my Bowdabra, and I'm going to just tuck the ends underneath. And for those of you that aren't aware, we do have a Bowdabra blog, and every week we have like 3 or 4 new projects that we put on our Bowdabra blog, and we always have at least 1 new video every week. So definitely follow our blog and follow us on Facebook, and also we have a YouTube channel, which is at Bowdabra. So you can just go to YouTube, type in the little @ sign and Bowdabra, and we'll come up. So all I'm doing here, this is a beautiful sheer ribbon, and all I'm doing here is I'm just folding, twisting, and for those of you who weren't watching last week, we're going to be giving away a free Bowdabra to somebody who watched the replay either last week or the week before, or somebody who watched the live. So we're not, but I wanted to be able to give people a chance to win even if they can't be on the live. But we will be giving away a roll of our Bowdabra scrunchie ribbon. This is our silver ribbon, and I'm just going to scrunch this down into the center. Makes a scrunchy sound. And, whoops, I need my regular Bowdabra wand. And as you can see, sometimes the towers come together, but you just have to push them apart a little bit. And scrunch that down. And then what I'm going to do is take my wire, and again, I folded it in half, so I have my slip knot. I'm going to pull it through and hold it down. Hi, Lisa from Alabama. And pull this out. And separate the ends, bring it around to the back, and tie a knot. And the scrunchy ribbon looks really pretty just in the bow, and you can just kind of scrunch it out, and we'll shape our bow. But one of the other cool things you can do with the scrunchy ribbon is you can give it a little bit of depth to your bow. So what I could do is take this little flower, and I'll just kind of clip it on here, and it gives it a little puffiness that you wouldn't normally get. So you have a little bit of the silver, and then you have the pretty flower. So let me know what you think of this bow. Oh, and thank you guys for sharing. I really appreciate it when you do share or sprinkle. So we're now going to put that one aside, and I'm going to show you how to make a cute little flower using the Bowdabra. So I'm going to take some of my gold Bowdabra bow wire, and I'm going to fold it in half, and let's just lay this down into the Bowdabra, tuck the ends underneath, and we're going to just scrunch this in. So bring that down. So that's just kind of a wired mesh that I have. And then to make the flowers, you guys have seen me make flowers before. To make the flowers, we're just going to take, I have a wired ribbon, and I just cut it, and this one I cut where I have pointed ends, and these are going to be our leaves. Thank you, Shirley. And yeah, we're definitely going to pick a winner towards the end of the live. We'll announce the winner of the Bowdabra, and we're also going to announce from the replay, and then we're also going to announce the winner from tonight at the end. Now these are, again, it's a wired ribbon because it helps it shape better, but we're curving the ends. Now if you're going to make a poinsettia, you would make them pointy. This can kind of be like a magnolia leaf. And I love doing these ribbon flowers. And they also make really pretty hair bows. Then I'm just going to take this little piece of mesh and scrunch this down in here. And bring that down and just scrunch it in like we make our scrunchy bow. And take my wand and give everything a really good push. Thank you, Nina. And then I'm going to pull this up, pull it through my slip knot, pull everything down, pull it really tight while it's still in the Bowdabra. That's the trick to being able to not have your hands get tired, and if you have arthritis, you don't have to really worry about it. One of our design team members has fibromyalgia, and the Bowdabra just really helps her. So I'm going to tie that. I'll tie a knot, and if I had one, but I don't right now, I could hide this onto a hair clip, and we're just going to shape it out and bring my flower petals around. And what's nice by using, and it looks like we got a little bit of fraying, you can always use a fray check or a lighter to finish off your ribbon if it's going to fray. And there you have this really pretty flower. How super simple is that? And just beautiful. And you can use any color and they come out really pretty. So now I'm going to take this. And yes, Joanne, it does really help for making hair bows. So now I have this really cute little lantern, and let me see if I can get it to turn on. Oh, there we go. And it was so cheap at one of the dollar stores. And put that aside. And I have this cute little ornament that I bought at one of the dollar stores for the holidays. But I'm going to turn this, I'm going to use some of our Bowdabra ribbon, and I'm going to turn this into winter decor, kind of like a ski lodge decor. So I'm going to take a piece of my Bowdabra bow wire, and actually I can make this in the mini or in the regular, so I think I'll do this in the mini this time. So I'll fold it in half, and if you're new to Bowdabra, I'll just show you. Underneath here we have springs, so it's automatically going to adjust to whatever I put in. And the big Bowdabra is exactly the same. So that's what holds everything in. So now I'm just going to fold my wire, lay this down, and just tuck it underneath. Then I'm going to just take my ribbon, and you can cut the ribbons the length you want, or you can just use scraps of ribbon. This is a great bow for using scraps. And scrunch this in. So yeah, definitely let us know where you're watching from, and let us know if you'd like to win some ribbon, and we'll be picking a winner towards the end of the show. So I'm just going to lay this in here and bring this in here. And this is a really pretty ribbon because it's got the silver on one side and the red on the other. So it's great for holidays. And I'm going to lay this down in here. And then I'm going to take my ski ornament and lay that down and bring up my wire. Let's grab it around here and just pull it through the slip knot. Pull it really tight and separate the ends. Bring it around to the back. So what's cool is in the Bowdabra you can put flowers and picks and make pretty much anything. And this Wednesday we have a really, really pretty swag that's going to come up. And I'll probably make a beautiful winter swag next week as well. And so now I just take my lantern, and all I'm going to do is just tie this onto my lantern. And I'm just going to tie a little bow because it makes it a little easier to take it off. And then what I'm going to do is shape it. So are we looking at the front-facing camera right now? Yes. Okay, perfect. it's behind when I see it on Facebook, so I never know if you're seeing what I'm doing. So, so that becomes, and now look at how cute a winter decor you have, and how super simple was that. And what's cool is you can change the decor for every season on your lantern, and you can just use the mini Bowdabra to make your bow. So I'm going to put this aside, and now I'm going to take some of my favorite ribbons, which are, I have this great burlap, and we sell it on the huge roll. So if you're doing a lot of projects, and what I love about this burlap is it's real burlap, and you can totally smell it. So, which I love because I think it gives it a rustic flair, and we have all kinds of colors. So I'm just going to fold this in half, and I'm going to cut my tail, and I'm going to cut another tail. And I'm actually using my scissors backwards, which doesn't help much. And then I'm going to take my dots and my snowflake ribbon. And I'm going to cut, I've got about, I'd say about a half a yard of ribbon here. So I'm going to take about a half a yard of my snowflake ribbon, and I'm going to do a half a yard of my dots. And this is called, oh, red and white dots. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put this aside, and I'm going to pull about 2 yards of my burlap. And then I'm going to take about the same amount of my red, what do we call it? From Summerfield, Florida. Hi, Victoria. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining me. I'm Nina from North Carolina. Thanks. You know, you guys, it means so much to me when you take time out of your evening to watch this live. It makes my day when I see you guys come on. And also with the replays. And for those of you who aren't familiar, we do run the replays on YouTube as well. So if you miss it on Facebook, you can always, every Sunday, we have our new replay of the Monday before. So now I'm going to just fold this in half and put my wire into the Bowdabra, and I'm just going to tuck it underneath. And then what I'm going to do is take the tails that I cut originally. Let's see, oh, here they are. Okay. So I have my burlap tail, and I'm going to put that in first. We have the burlap tail. And then I'm going to take, oh my gosh, I should have separated these, but we got it. So now I have my snowflake tail. I'm going to lay that down in there. And then I have my red and white dot tail there. So I'm going to put those in. Then what I'm going to do is start with my burlap ribbon. And actually, I did that backwards. Okay, so we want, the reason that I twist before I put it into the Bowdabra is I want to have the wrong side of the ribbon on the inside of my loop. So now I'm just going to fold this over and twist. And now I'm just going to fold it and twist. And what I'm going to do with this bow is I'm going to graduate. Hi, Julie from upstate New York. And we have Dolores from Chesapeake, Virginia. So now I'm going to just twist and put that down in here. And I'm going to fold and twist. And I'm going to just make one more loop here. So it is an uneven amount, but I don't think it really matters because we're going to make a pretty big bow. So now what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to start my loop with the tail going that way. And I'm going to bring it back over. And again, I want the right side of my ribbon on the inside of my loop. So I'm just folding it, twisting, and scrunching it down. So I'm just going to fold and twist and just fold and twist and fold and twist. And I'm going to just let this one, whoops, I'm not going to twist that one. I'm just going to let that hang down like a tail. So now I'm going to grab my white dot, and I'm going to just shrink this and fold it back and fold, and twist. And again, you can see that the wrong side of the ribbon is on the inside of my loop. And you can see this is becoming a pretty large bow, which is what I wanted. And I'm just going to fold it back over and twist and fold. And I'm just going to leave this, I'm not going to twist to this one, I'm just going to leave the tail there. Then I'm going to take my Bowdabra wand, and I'm just going to, you can see there's a lot of ribbon in here, so I'm just pulling my towers a little bit apart and scrunching everything down in here. And then what I'm going to do is take my Bowdabra wire, I'm pulling it through the slip knot, and you can see everything is being held in my Bowdabra. But I'm going to just push everything down, pull it really tight while it's still in the Bowdabra, so that way when I pull it out, you can see I'm not struggling with my bow. So I'm going to just bring this around, bring it around to the back, and tie a knot. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that. Every kind word means so much to me. And so now I'm going to start by just bringing down my original tails that I put in. And I'm going to dovetail the ends here. So let's just dovetail them all so that they're finished. And as you can see, this really is so simple, and you can put as many or as few ribbons as you want. So it can be a very big bow or just a little one. And I have to dovetail one more. And I think the dovetail, I either like to do a dovetail or a slant. So now I'm going to just take this, and the burlap, all of these ribbons are wired. So you can shape them and kind of pull them apart. I'm going to just take this, bring down the extra tails that I have, and we'll dovetail those in just a little bit. I'm just going to shape all this out so you can see how it just becomes an absolutely stunning bow. So let me know what you think. It's so simple. And I'm going to make another one using like one of my favorites. I love the burlap, so I'm going to use the burlap again. But I'm going to put this aside. And now I'm going to grab my burlap again, and I'm going to make a double bow. In other words, I'm going to use the two ribbons together. So I'm just going to take this and make my tail. So I think our snowflake ribbon in this kind of royal blue, it's a sheer ribbon, and it's so easy. And I just think it's so delicate. And when you put it with the burlap, I'm just going to dovetail the ends here and bring it back around here, and let's dovetail these. And there you go. And so now I have to remember to put my wire in, and since this is silver, a silver on the blue, I'm going to cut this now. Hi, Kathy. And we have Victoria. Thank you so much, Victoria. You know, it's just, and the thing about this is it's really just so simple. And it's wonderful. I love mixing and matching all the different colors. So I'm just going to tuck this wire underneath, and I'm going to just lay this down in as my tails. Then what I'm going to do is, let's take about two. This is such a big roll of ribbon, the burlap, but we go through a lot of it. So, and that's what I really like too about Morex ribbon, is that it's available in really big rolls for some of the ribbons. So now what I'm going to do is put all this ribbon aside, and I'm going to take my two ribbons together, Make sure I have the right side. In the lights, sometimes it's hard to see the sparkles and which is the right side. So now I'm going to just take these together, and let's just get this off the table so it's out of the way. And now all I'm going to do here is just twist it. And that way the red will be on the inside of my loops. And we're going to just fold it back over and twist. Oh, Diane, thank you. And thank you so much. I try so hard to give as many ideas as possible. And for those of you who haven't already joined, we have a free Bowdabra fan gallery on Facebook. And you can join us. I know we're going a little over today, but we're going to announce the winner of the replay Bowdabra. Gig Hans Williams won the scrunchy ribbon. Did we already say the Bowdabra winner yet? I'm not sure. Did we do the Bowdabra winner yet? Okay, so that'll come in just a minute. But congratulations. Is it Gigi? Okay, it said she didn't write the whole name. So Gigi, congratulations. And just PM Bowdabra with your mailing address, and if you'd like red, silver, or gold of the scrunchy ribbon. And it's all made and cut by hand, so they're all a little bit different textures. So now we're going to just fold this over, and this burlap is so thick. And now I'm just going to make my little loop, my little button loop here. And I'm just going to cut this off here and take my wand and give everything a really good push. So definitely stay tuned because we're going to be announcing the winner of the Bowdabra. And grab my Bowdabra bow wire and pull it up, pull it through while it's still in my Bowdabra. Pull it really tight and now pull it out. I'm going to separate my ends, bring it around to the back, and tie a knot, and tie another knot. And now we have our little center loop that I'm doing, and I'm just going to separate them. And I'm actually going to have to cut a little bit more of this. And then for those of you who are just joining us, we definitely, every week we give a prize away. Usually it's a roll of Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon. And let's do this. So we'll come up here to the front and you can see this really beautiful bow. And now I'm going to go over and show you the bows that we made tonight. So we have this one that we made with our burlap and our snowflake ribbon. And then we had our little Valentine's Day project that we made the whole thing in the mini Bowdabra, so it was really easy to tie off. And we have our really pretty little magnolia flower that we made. And the replay winner is Jolinda Drake, and Jolinda watched us on YouTube. So very, very cool. And then I have this beautiful red holiday bow that we made. And then we also made this pretty winter decor bow. And put that aside. And then my favorite is this adorable little ski decor lantern. Now, I do want to let you know, again, I'll be back next Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, and 7 Eastern. If you miss it, just watch the replay either on Facebook or it goes up on Sunday over at YouTube. And then we also have our Bowdabra blog, which every week we have new projects that we put up. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.